What's up guys, Nolan here, and today we're going to be doing an info dump on factions and Escape from Tarkov. This is going to include the recently confirmed UNTAR, aka UN faction. For those of you that don't know, there's going to be several NPC factions in Escape from Tarkov, which usually have their own territories. Anybody who has played The Division will understand exactly what I'm talking about. Right now, we essentially just have SCAVs all over the map, but with bosses and their bodyguards sprinkled in on top. Raiders are considered their own faction and can be found mostly on labs, but also reserved. There was a rumor that they would also pop up dynamically, and a separate rumor that they would be found specifically on Interchange along with Killa, but they are just rumors and not confirmed at the moment. The lore behind Raiders is that they are rogue PMC operators and will shoot on sight just like SCAVs, but equipped very similar to PMCs. The next faction we should be seeing is the Cultists, which I have already made a video specifically about them, but the gist is that they'll hang out around the marked rooms in Tarkov and try to stab you with poison knives in the night. To learn more specifically about the Cultists, please check out that video. I'll leave it in the description. Next is the UNTAR faction. There's no date, but since they are recently confirmed, I would assume they're going to be the next faction after the Cultists. The only confirmations that we have is that they will be coming into the game as a SCAV faction along with the general type of gear that they'll have. In terms of gear, Nikita has said that they will have specific team designations: sniper, support, and patrol. Nikita said that they have specific gear based on their role in the teams and only specifically quoted meds for the support team. This was in reference to the medical only backpack we saw recently introduced into the game. Nikita confirmed that patrols will be dynamically spawned around the maps and will also of course move to patrol. I'm going to continue to talk about the UN faction, but we've run out of facts and confirmations here, so I'd like to call this very well informed speculation. We know that they are from UNTAR, which is the fictional Tarkov version of the United Nations. We have screenshots of them from concept and from Peacekeeper artwork holding M4s and standing at a marked UN checkpoint on custom. Using this in combination with the confirmation that there will be specific teams, I think it's safe to say that they will be equipped with NATO weapons. With a support team being confirmed having med supplies, I'm thinking that they will either be unarmed or lightly armed, if anything maybe MP5s and other submachine guns or pistols. The sniper teams, if they go along with NATO loadouts, will have M700s, maybe SR25s and RSASs too. There will also be patrols, so I would assume that these are the guys with M4s, but I am curious if they would also have other weapons along with that. As to their location, there are many specifically marked UN checkpoints around Tarkov, with SCAVs spawning on them currently. I'm thinking that those SCAVs will be replaced with UN NPCs once they release. The only extra would be the patrols as they spawn and move around dynamically. Where the SCAVs are mostly poorly equipped with Russian and civilian weaponry, the addition of a plentiful NPC on the maps equipped with NATO weapons like M4s, MP5s, and M700s will be an interesting addition to the game for sure. The thought is that since they are supposed to be peacekeepers, they will not fire on you unless you shoot at them first. And I'm wondering if this will work like SCAVs, but the opposite. As in, if you are a PMC, they won't shoot you, but if you are a SCAV, they'll shoot on sight. Then you are marked as hostile to the rest of them on the map if you are a PMC and shoot at them. I know there's some leeway now. Apparently it's with like line of sight or sound or something with SCAVs not shooting other SCAVs, but I can't give specifics on that one. Basically, just understand that if you are a SCAV and you shoot at another SCAV, the rest of the SCAVs are probably going to be mad at you. I'm curious to know more about the patrols and how they will react to others fighting. Are they going to shoot at us when we fight SCAVs or other players? Or are they just going to run up to us and ask very nicely for us to please stop? We don't have confirmations on that, so we'll have to wait and see. Lastly, we have the PMC groups themselves as extra player skills, but also NPCs in raid as well. We have confirmations from BSG as well as skills in the game right now specific to each PMC. The USAC group skills include AR systems, deep weapon modding, long-range optics, negotiations, and tactics. The Bears will have AK systems, assault operations, authority, heavy caliber, and raw power. As there are no other confirmations or descriptions past those, we can only assume that based off of these, USECs will have bonuses to using M4 platforms as well as long-range combat and tactics. I personally think that the negotiation skills are going to only involve barters with traders, so I don't think it will do anything for combat. Meanwhile, we have the Bears, who are very much up in your face with bonuses to AK platforms, heavy weapons, and using authority over negotiation when compared to USEC. When these skills are implemented, there will be actual advantages to picking your factions, as compared to now, where it's just the voice lines and the cosmetic clothing. If you want to sneak around, snipe, or use M4 platforms, then you should go USEC. If you want to be very active, loud, and in people's faces with AK platforms, then choose Bear. We don't have any other information past that yet, so again, we'll need to wait and see. When it comes to their locations, I am not sure about the bears, but I have heard Nikita say that Lighthouse may be USEC's base of operations. It is not clear if this location will be guarded by NPC USECs or not, however. I've also heard that there may be a specific in-raid only trader there as well. The thought is that this in-raid trader will be the one who sells crazy items like grenade launchers, mines, and shoulder launchers. This specifically is unconfirmed and a rumor, but I'll be honest, it's a rumor that I've heard from a lot of notable people, so I think it's worth mentioning, and I personally think it's a great idea. If this happens, you will have to load into the Lighthouse, go to the trader, purchase the items, and extract with them in order to use them, or just use them there. It's going to make it a hell of a lot more difficult to get the very, very powerful weapons. So that's the USEC's home base, but we'll have to wait to hear more on the bears to learn where they will be, as well as these in-raid traders. That's going to be everything that we currently have on factions, but if you want to learn anything about Escape from Tarkov or its development, then you can check out my playlist for it here. If you like this video, then you know the drill. I really appreciate the people who do. Otherwise, I hope you at least learned something, and I also hope you have a nice day. See you guys.